They say comparison is the thief of joy. But what if I told you, comparison can also steal your entire life? Every day, millions of people wake up not to live their own story, but to chase someone else's. They measure their worth against strangers, their happiness against edited photos, their success against timelines that were never theirs to begin with. And some of them never realize the truth until it's too late. This is the story of one such man, a man who spent his life running in the wrong race. And one evening, he discovered something that changed everything. Alex was 35 years old. From the outside, he had what people called a normal life. A job that paid the bills, a small apartment, and a few friends. But inside, Alex carried a silent storm. Every morning he scrolled through social media, watching people his age buy houses, travel the world, marry, celebrate promotions, live lives that seemed bigger. And every time he scrolled, his own life felt smaller. He told himself, "They're ahead. I'm behind. I need to catch up." But the more he compared, the more he sank into a race that had no finish line. One evening, Alex sat in a crowded cafe. At the table beside him, two old classmates were laughing, sharing stories of their new businesses, their luxury cars, their perfect families. Alex smiled politely, but inside he felt crushed. Every word they spoke was like a mirror showing him what he wasn't. That night, back in his apartment, he stared at the ceiling and whispered, "Why am I never enough?" It was the lowest point of his life. The next day, Alex walked aimlessly through the city, his thoughts heavy, his heart restless. At the edge of a quiet park, he noticed an old man sitting on a bench. The man wore simple clothes, his eyes calm, as if he had seen the world and made peace with it. Without knowing why, Alex sat down beside him. The old man smiled gently. "You look tired, son. Not of the world, but of yourself." Alex froze. How could a stranger see the truth so clearly? The old man continued, "Let me tell you something. When you were born, you were given your own race to run. But somewhere along the way, you started running in lanes that weren't yours." The old man leaned closer. "Have you heard the story of the two horses?" Alex shook his head. The man said, "Once, there were two horses tied side by side. One was built for speed, the other for endurance. Every day, the endurance horse felt miserable watching the other sprint, and the sprinter felt weak watching the other last for miles. Both spent their lives comparing until the day they realized they were never meant to run the same race." He paused. "Do you see? You are like those horses. The race you keep losing was never yours to win." For the first time in years, Alex was silent. The words echoed inside him. He remembered all the moments he hated himself for not being like others, all the nights he wasted chasing shadows, all the dreams he buried because they didn't look like success. And for the first time, he asked himself a different question. What if I stopped comparing? What if I started living my own story? From that day on, Alex changed. He deleted the apps that fed his insecurity. He stopped measuring his timeline against others. He started writing again, something he loved but had abandoned years ago. He reconnected with people who mattered, instead of chasing those who didn't notice him. And slowly, life began to feel lighter. Not because he had more than others, but because he finally stopped needing to. Months later, Alex returned to that same park. The bench was empty. The old man was gone. But Alex smiled because he realized the lesson wasn't. For the first time, he wasn't running in anyone else's lane. He was walking his own path, at his own pace. And in that moment, he felt something he had never felt before. Peace. Comparison is a thief. It will rob you of your joy, your dreams, your life, if you let it. But the truth is simple. You were never meant to live someone else's story. You were meant to live yours. So stop running in the wrong race. The only person you need to be better than is the one you were yesterday. Because the day you stop comparing is the day you finally start living. If this story touched your heart, then subscribe to Laura Heaven and never miss the stories that can change your life. One click from you is courage for us and a new path for you.